She's in love with another, but was forced to marry someone else. Hey guys, today we bring you another intriguing movie that will keep you at the edge of your seat. Sit tight as we dive into this fascinating story, and please don't forget to subscribe for more amazing movies from us. This movie begins with Hassana, who was reading a letter when her father suddenly walked in. She quickly hid it, and he told her to wake her sister, Zafia, so they could pray together. Then he left. In another part of the city, a young man named Mustafa was seen jogging. Moments later, Mustafa returned home. He greeted his mother, and she instructed him to tell his brother Khalid to get prepared because they were expecting some visitors. Khalid, a free-spirited artist, was painting when Mustafa came in and told him to stop what he was doing and get ready. Then he left. Hassana and her family were on their way out when the car developed a minor fault. Her father asked them to push the car, and they did, though Zafia wasn't pleased about it. A few hours later, they arrived at Mustafa's house. The moment Mustafa set his eyes on Hassana, he couldn't stop admiring her beauty. Hassana admired him too. They later stepped out to talk and get to know each other. While they were talking, Mustafa received a call and excused himself. Hassana felt a bit uneasy until Khalid came to keep her company. He introduced himself and even admired how soft her hands were. She told him she uses coconut oil and aloe vera to keep them moisturized. Zafia later came to inform Hassana that their father was calling her, so they left. When they got inside, Hassana's father was angry. He asked Hassana if she had said anything to Mustafa that made his mother cancel the loan he came for. Hassana was confused and simply told him they didn't talk much. Then they left. Wait. Could it be that Hassana was the collateral for the loan her father was requesting? Let's find out. Meanwhile, Mustafa was in his room arranging his bag for a trip because he works as a pilot. He left shortly after. When he came out, he told Khalid to take care of things at home until he returned. Without saying much, he left. It seems Mustafa is a man of few words. Later that day, Zafia questioned Hassana about what really happened at Mustafa's house, but Hassana didn't know. Zafia, being the gossip she was, insisted Hassana tell her what she discussed with Khalid. Hassana told her to mind her business. Some days later, Hassana brought food to her father, and he informed her that Mustafa's mother had called, asking Hassana to come over so they could plan the wedding between her and Mustafa. Hassana agreed because she had no choice. That same day, Mustafa's mother and Hassana were checking outfit designs when Khalid walked in to greet them. He insisted on taking Hassana home when she was done. On the way, they started chatting. Khalid told her he used coconut oil and aloe vera on his body too. Hassana held his palm to feel it. When they got to her destination, she alighted. That night, Hassana was wide awake, smiling and thinking about Khalid. It seemed she was already falling for him. The next day, Mustafa's mother asked Khalid if he had heard from his brother. He said no. Minutes later, they heard news about a plane crash with no survivors. Their mother tried calling Mustafa again, but his number wasn't going through. Khalid tried too, but the same thing happened. They feared the unimaginable had happened. Later that night, Hassana and her family came to mourn and sympathize with them. Hassana later stepped outside to comfort Khalid. They talked briefly before he went back inside. Khalid went to meet his mother in Mustafa's room, holding Mustafa's clothes and crying. He comforted her as she broke down. A week later, Hassana visited Khalid while he was painting. She admired his artwork and even saw a painting of herself, which made her blush. They chatted for a while before she left. The next day, Hassana returned to Khalid's house. Khalid told her to close her eyes because he had a surprise for her. He brought out a bicycle and told her to open her eyes. She was excited, and he taught her how to ride it. That evening, Hassana was serving her father's food when he mentioned that he had noticed she had been spending time with Khalid, and he thought it was a good thing. Hassana quickly told him they were just friends. He said they would talk about it later, and she left. The next day, Hassana's father visited Khalid's mother, who was also Mustafa's mother, and Khalid was present. The discussion was about Khalid marrying Hassana. Later that day, after praying, Hassana received a call from Khalid. They talked about their upcoming marriage ceremony, and Hassana was truly happy about it. Some days later, Both families were seated happily for their children's marriage when, to everyone's surprise, Mustafa showed up looking completely messed up. He hugged his mother tightly. Still shocked, Khalid sensed something was wrong with Mustafa, but their mother told him the doctor would arrive soon. When Mustafa later came out looking refreshed, he asked what occasion was going on, but his mother lied to him and went to get him something to eat. The doctor later informed Mustafa's mother that they must be very careful and gentle with him and avoid anything that may cause him mental stress. That evening, Hassana called Khalid to discuss their next plan now that Mustafa was back, but he was unsure of what to do. Hours later, Mustafa finished eating and was excited that he was finally eating good food after 2 months. He went to the kitchen to drop his plate. That night, Mustafa had a terrible nightmare. The next day, Mustafa returned from jogging. While Khalid was talking with his mother about him, she told him to keep some information away from Mustafa because he had just survived a plane crash. Mustafa walked in, greeted his mother, and when he saw the painting of Hassana, he said he thought about her when he wanted to give up. His mother left with him, consoling him. Later that day, Hassana met with her father, who insisted she must marry Mustafa. Even though she loved Khalid, he refused to listen and threatened to disown her. Khalid and Hassana met that day, and she suggested they run away together. Khalid agreed. While they had this in mind, Hassana went to see Mustafa. He told her about what she used to like when they were kids. Their conversation was brief, and when she saw Khalid, she gave an excuse to leave. She met Khalid, who had everything prepared for their escape, and then she left. That night, Hassana's sister came to their room, and the two enjoyed their time together. The next day, Khalid received a call from an old friend about an opportunity he had applied for, and it had been approved. Khalid was excited. However, he was lost in thought, unsure how to break the news to Hassana. Let's see what his decision will be. The next day, Hassana was fully prepared to leave without telling her sister goodbye. She called Khalid, only to hear that he was already on a flight to Paris for the opportunity of his craft. He apologized for not keeping his word, then ended the call. Hassana was deeply disappointed. When she got home, her sister was also upset with her because she had planned to run away. After some time, Mustafa and Hassana finally got married. Hassana and her sister had a conversation outside. Her sister knew Hassana didn't love Mustafa, but she encouraged her to accept her fate. Moments later, Mustafa asked Hassana to pack her things, and she did. That night, Hassana and Mustafa didn't share the same bed. The next day, while Hassana was going through Khalid's artwork of her, Mustafa came in to get his things. He said he wanted to move to the guest room because he knew she was in love with Khalid. Mustafa was shocked that Khalid left her. He insisted that he would free her soon enough so they could both do whatever they wanted. Hassana apologized as the moment passed. The next day, they ate a meal together without saying a word. Days later, Fatih, the maid of Mustafa and Hassana, was called to explain how things were going between them. Fatih made an excuse and ended the call. One day, Hassana saw Mustafa half naked and covered her face. He told her about a medical school link she could register for and promised to pay. Then he left. At the dining table, when Mustafa realized Hassana had prepared the meal, he appreciated her and she responded kindly. Days later, Hassana told her sister about the nursing school she would soon attend. When her father came in, he talked down on her dreams, but she explained that it wasn't wrong to want more in life. Then she left home. That day, Hassana was bothered by what her father said, and she told her husband. Mustafa insisted they go for a drive because that was how he cleared his mind. She agreed because he promised to teach her how to drive, and he did. That night, Mustafa had another nightmare. This time, he told his wife everything. She comforted him and encouraged him to sleep. They both slept together and shared a wonderful moment. The next morning, Mustafa returned from jogging. His wife had finally accepted to explore the love they shared, and they enjoyed the moment together. A year later, Mustafa and Hassana hosted a celebration. Everyone attended, including Khalid, who came with his woman, Jessica, from Paris. Mustafa had a brief conversation with Jessica, while Khalid and Hassana settled their differences. Mustafa and Hassana then announced that they were expecting twins. Everyone was happy for them. The moral lesson of this movie is, Life doesn't always go as planned, but patience, kindness, and acceptance can transform painful situations into beautiful new beginnings. True love grows where understanding and commitment are present. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating movies like this from us. See you next time. Bye!